Hi guys, welcome down to Live and Golf Academy. Today I'm going to be testing the new Callaway Epic Flash driver. So if you're new to the channel, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. Hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Let's make sure you get my videos as soon as they land. But let's have a quick close-up at the Epic Flash head, talk about the technology, then hit some shots and see, could this be the driver that's going in your bag for 2019? So the big story for this year is the flash face. So Callaway have invested very heavily in some new computers, and what they've been able to do with the new computer is they've been able to generate 15,000 virtual faces, and they've been able to run across the face and see how the different strikes would perform. After each one, they've been able to make the adjustments, run the demo again, and normally it would have taken the club designers 34 years to get to this face. And as we look at the inside of the face, we can see it's very different from anything else on the market. Lots of ripples and waves behind the face, really trying to maximize that speed all the way across the club face. So at the bottom of the club, we can still see the jailbreak technology that's been tweaked slightly for this year. We've got an adjustable weight that moves around the back, a little bit heavier in the Flash than it is in the Sub-Zero, so keeping that CG further back from the face, more forgiveness. And just for me there, my strike tends to be a little bit towards the toe, so I've got that up towards the fade position just to get that center of mass behind the golf ball a little bit more. As we look on top, a really clean, very classic looking, a little bit longer front to back than you'll see when I look at Sub-Zero, but still very impressive to look at. Not too much there, but very lightweight crown again, redistributing the weight around the head to give maximum forgiveness. And again, as ever with the Callaway drivers, around the hosel we've got that adjustability where we can play with club face position and loft. Right then guys, so as stories behind the technology go, you have to admit the Callaway one is impressive, but like we always say, let's see if it stacks up. So I've got just the standard flash here. I've got this at 8 degrees. I've got the hazardous smoke 6.0 in this one, so set up very well for me. Let's hit some shots. Let's give you some feedback on kind of looks and feel, because yes, we're going to look at numbers, but I think you'll see nowadays that a lot of the equipment's getting very similar to each other in performance. So it might ultimately come down to looks and feel as to how you choose your new driver. So we're going to hit some shots, like I said. Definitely for me, the standard flash, maybe not visually quite as nice to look at, a little bit longer from front to back with the club head. Some guys will love the look of that, maybe doesn't quite fit my eye perfectly. And a good solid one to start with. Turning over, pretty decent lengthwise. Maybe just a little bit towards the toe with the contact, but certainly a good one to start with. And definitely for me, a little bit louder sound than some of the new product on the market at the moment, but I quite like that. I think it almost sounds like it comes off a bit quicker. We'll see ultimately if it does come off any quicker with that club head speed. And again, a really good solid strike. Maybe just turning over a little bit more. That was nicely out the middle though. And again, I take those first two. So felt good strikes, felt quick off the club face. Maybe I haven't seen my maximum distance, but possibly out the two models, maybe the Sub-Zero might lend itself to the way I deliver the club a little bit more. Okay, another one. So definitely out the toe. So again, seeing more shape. So that's the first miss hit today, so it'll be interesting to see how that ball speed has been retained. But distance wise, still got out there. And I know with that strike it's going to cost me a little bit of accuracy, but certainly I'd expect my spin to be a little bit lower there. So all in all, first impressions of this are very, very good. And again, fell fantastic off the face. That one's big. Maybe a little higher off the face, not quite sneaking out for 300 yards. Right, so let's have another couple with Epic Flash. That one's definitely low off the face. So it's a nice straight one. Certainly seeing that performance well back there. It's only 265. So it'll be interesting to see with that one as a poor contact, did the ball speed get maintained? And if it did, was it just maybe the spin that killed that one a little bit? So one final one. Let's see if we can get one past 300 yards. Definitely felt a little higher off the club face. Should keep the spin down, so it should be fairly big. We got 300? Yes, finally. Right then guys, so like I said, I thought, just feeling wise, that felt quick off the club face. Now was that the fact that it was quicker, or was that more the sound and the feeling? So let's look at some numbers, let's look at the strikes as well, because that'll be very relative to how ball speed's changed. And let's see how Epic Flash has performed. Okay, so we've seen a quickest ball speed at 158.1, so again, good, not quite getting to that 160. So the last one there, high on the face, so launched very high, had very low spin though to be fair to it, but the speed really dropped off there. So you can see very much relative to the loft how the speed changed. We can see the average spin at about 2,500. If we look at the strikes, we saw kind of high, toey, low, one out the middle. So again, some mixed ball striking, but even with that mixed ball striking, we've seen a very impressive average ball speed at just over 156, launching at 12, so good ball speed, good launch angle, spin at 2,500. There was a couple of low spinners in there, so as I would suspect, maybe the Epic Flash may be going to be a little bit too high spinning for me as a general rule with driver. But at 265 and 286 for the total, very impressive results. Right guys, so what did I think? Looks wise, it wasn't quite my cup of tea just with the length of the head front to back. It's a really good looking club, but I preferred something maybe a little bit more compact looking, and certainly for me Sub-Zero fits my eye a little bit better. I thought feel wise was very good. I love that little bit more sound. Felt really quick off the club face, even if I didn't see that massive jump in ball speed. Pretty good consistency with the off-centre strikes, which is what the manufacturers are looking for more this year. You know, they're talking about more and more speed, but for me it's on those miss hits. And does it perform? Yes, it does. Again, maybe not going to be the perfect model for me, but in that setup, that was pretty good performance. Is Epic Flash something you should be trying for this year? Absolutely. Get yourself along, come down to Lytham Golf Academy, see me, we've got all the product in. Let's hit the stuff side by side. Let's see what works best for you, and let's see if it's better than what's currently in your bag. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many of you as I can. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Let's make sure you get my videos as soon as they land. Follow me on all my social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.